That's okay. Chat, YouTube, it's Tech time. This time for a little bit of Benton's 7-3 Pro Tour Yawg Brood Scale list. That was very, very sweet that I got the privilege of losing to the feature match area at the Pro Tour. So we got 4 copies of the Lad Halflings, that way you can turn out your grist and also just have acceleration for your general good cards like Brood Scale and whatnot. Pretty good under the Cauldron as well. 4 copies of Young Wolf, lots of combos with Young Wolf in this deck, including the Ballista Kill. Because you have Ballista and Wall of Roots. Also, just putting a Grist and a Yawg on Young Wolf is very powerful. All the same. Couple copies of Blade of the Blood Chief to combo with your Basking Brood Scale, so you can make infinite mana and then kill them with a Ballista. 1 copy of Vexing Bobble for me in specific when I was playing Neoform. We got 1 Haywire Might to kill artifacts and enchantments. The 4 Ballistas, of course. We got 3 copies of Dredger's Insight to return important creatures from your graveyard to your hand. Same with the Rumble, finds your pieces, including the Cauldron. Same, I guess this also finds Cauldron, right? It's Artifact, yeah. Also finds Cauldron. The 2 Wall of Roots for the Young Wolf kill, and then the 4 Grists for value and removal. And then the 1 Yawg at the top end in case you happen to mill over it, that you can eat it with the Soul Cauldron and start popping off that way. Mana base wise, we got 2 copies of Besage for destroying artifacts and enchantments. We got 1 Spymaster's Vault, which combos with the Young Wolf plus Ballista under the Cauldron. You draw your entire deck and kill your opponent with that. 4 copies of Urza Saga to find your Blade of the Blood Chief and make tokens. Everything else is like green, black, fetches, shock, surveils, etc. Sideboard wise, we've got 3 copies of Fatal Push for removal, 3 Thoughtseize for hand disruption, a couple copies of Pick Your Poison for dealing with opposing Urza Sagas, Guy's Blessing for Mill, 2 Ashiok's for Titan, Fulminated Mage for Eldrazi, Pithy Needle for activated abilities like a Ajani or Goblin Bombardment, and then 1 Soul Guide Lantern for Goryo's. Let's give it a shot. What else do I want to add in the sideboard? I already forgot. Missing like 1 card though. Oh, an Emperor Bones. Apparently I only own 1 Emperor Bones. Emrakul? I most certainly do not want Emrakul. Yeah, I'm still gonna play the Ousts. I was really low on the Ousts, but I think overall it makes sense to play the Ousts. It's not Blue Black Frog. I guess it is Blue Black Frog. I thought it was Affinity at first. Frog. I think I'm going to replace 1 Emperor Bones with Superior Spider-Man in the main deck and have a 1-1 split between Emperor Bones and Superior Spider-Man. And I want the other Emperor Bones in the sideboard. I was thinking about playing a second Superior Spider-Man in the sideboard, but I think 4 mana can get a little clunky. But it being blue and pitchable is nice. But against Goryo's, I think Emperor Bones is a little bit better. Fly the Frog. We might flip the Tamio also. What is the story behind Superior Spider-Man? I have no idea. He looks pretty sweet. Riddler. Discard a frog. Flip the Tamio, plus the Tamio. Consign the Riddler. No consign for the Riddler. His body got taken over by Doc Ock. Is that where the card Doc Ock's Tentacles comes into play? Doc Ock is dying of brain damage from all the fights with Spider-Man, and he switches bodies with Peter to leave him to die in that body. And as Peter is dying, he asks Ock to take over as Spider-Man. Oh, but this leads to some not so Gucci implications there with Doc Ock not telling Mary Jane who he is and continue to be married to her. He's called Superior because Doc Ock thinks he'd be a better Spider-Man. That's gotta be true, right? He's the better Peter Parker. So is that why, flavor-wise, it exiles something and transforms into it? Why'd they return Fatal Push? Doc Ock's also Dimir. I'll return Soul Cauldron. I'm gonna be able to Grist, which is huge. They're probably gonna push this, but that's okay. We get to take the frog. Excuse me. You get to take frog and put it in the cauldron also. Then we can start like super pumping. Ballista. Sweet. Let's play Ballista for 1. Subtlety. Okay, we're gonna put the Ballista on top, and then we're gonna mill it. We're gonna eat it with a Soul Cauldron. And we're gonna plus here. Paint a Brood Scale. Put the blade here, Surveil. Mono black mid-range deck. I saw you lost the canister, right? During that challenge? Is that accurate? Oh, my Grist. Yeah, I think I saw that game. I was watching a stream while I was making doghouse graphics. Because that was Friday, right? I want to say. Tamiyo pick up Fatal Push. Actually, I should have put the blade on this one. I messed up. I should have put the blade over here so that way if they Fatal Push this one, then I get to put a counter on this one anyways. Murky Tide. It's a small Murk Tide. Young Wolf was a pretty phenomenal draw. Should be infinite, yeah. They do have a Fatal Push in their hand. So it's not like a super free infinite. But I guess I have Ballista under the Soul Cauldron, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, let's spend 1, ping this. And just ping itself. It should be GG because I have the Spy Master's Vault. Okay, we gotta start counting how many creatures died this turn. So this target itself. Oh, I could just equip over here. That's true. That's probably easier, right? Just equip here and then do that. Yeah, I was thinking about the Spy Master's Vault line, but that works too. Blue Black Frog. I think we had like a choose your own adventure for how to get lethal there. Let's take Fatal Push against Tamiyo and Frog. It seems good. Thoughtseize also seems pretty decent. What do I want to take out? Probably trim 2 ballistas. Maybe a ballista. Trim a Wall of Roots. Dredgers I think is good. Maybe trim a Brood Scale itself. So I don't know how often we're going to be comboing in this matchup. Vexing Bubble seems fine. Take out a Haywire Might and a Beseiju. I gotta cut one more card. I think a Soul Guide Lantern also. I don't love Soul Guide Lantern against Murktide. So maybe I don't even want to deal with it. Let's trim a Rumble, because I think a Rumbles get worse when we add Thoughtseize Fatal Push. I'm gonna take a lot of damage. Like a lot of damage. Stealing Oil, Thoughtseize, Spell Snare, Stern Scolding, Tameo. Take the only threat in their hand. Their hand's pretty bad. Mono Thoughtseize the game. Cast this Rumble. They're gonna take the Soul Cauldron, but that's okay. Just play Titan or Belcher for the Pro Tour. Well, the Pro Tour is passed, and I played Neoform. Unless you're talking about the RCs. I recommend Titan. Titan didn't have a really good win rate. Fatal Push, Spell, Snare, Stern Scolding. Stick Fatal Push. Alright, let's take Stern Scolding. Alright, noted. I'll bring Titan to the Pro Tour that's passed. I appreciate it. Alright, it's going right back on top. The next one, bro. The next one's standard. I would love to play Titan in standard. Holy schmoly. Are you kidding me? Kahira. Gonna be a long game, chat. I can just play Forest, and just play Young Wolf into Dredger's Insight. It's gonna be a slog. Lo-fi control to fall asleep to. I think what gets me about Pioneer is that they finally spent all this time putting it on Arena, and then in the same beat that they put it on Arena, they killed it forever. They put it on Arena, and they're like, what a shit format. Let's never have anybody play this format again. I think that's so funny. Let's take another. So I could take a Blade. Second Soul Cauldron's probably fine also. Imagine the first one's not going to resolve. Damn, we never banned Treasure Cruise this format? Alright, scrap the whole format. This ain't it. Well, I can gain infinite life. I don't know what that does for me. I think I'm going to get my days undone. Well, that's tough. Okay, well, maybe it's not going to be a slog. Maybe we're just going to get rolled by control. Thoughtseize, Ashiok are probably fine. I don't know if this matchup's going to devolve to me milling them. It very well could. What up, tutors? How you doing, man? If I were tutors, there'd be more Yawgs in this list. Young Wolf probably isn't it in this matchup. Haywire Might I don't want. Wall of Roots I could probably skimp on. Skimp on a Ballista. I got 2 more cuts to make. 1 Brood Scale, 1 Dredger's Insight. Sure. We gotta draw land, but that's okay. Got some time. I also have Uncountable Soul Cauldron if we need it. Am I just pending this Soul Cauldron? Puts 1 on top. They could also pending the Delighted Halfling if they wanted to. Pitching Wrath Disguise. You fool, you gave me an extra life. Oh. At least they have planes. Picks up Kahira. Mortuary is kind of depressing. Play Ashiok's a sign you hate me. True. What is 3 white? Oh, Kahira, sure. I don't actually think I wanted the second Soul Cauldron. Oh, they are Wrath Disguise deck, so maybe. Narset, Parter of Veils. Ooh, I milled a Ballista. Huge. Think we just pass. For real, though, I do have to go buy an Ashiok, because I'm going to register Ashiok at the RC. At least 1 copy. Maybe 2. Haven't quite decided yet. How you doing, Penta? I'm going to get the Chibi Ashiok, so I can flex on my opponent. Take that Titan opponent. How much are the cool Japanese ones? Probably like nothing, right? Ashiok Dream. How much is this chibi one? $15? Why? You have to own one, you're just too lazy to look for it? I don't know if I do. RC's in like a week and a half. I'm playing Blue Blink. Yeah, the Japanese ones are like a few bucks, but the chibi one is $15. Is the chibi one. And owning this one's like kind of the ultimate flex now. No, I played Neoform at the Pro Tour. Narset. I got my minus to kill this Narset. I can't afford to get Days Undoing. Reveals Prismatic Ending. Okay, maybe we start the turn with a Rumble. Japanese foil altards. How much are those? $50. That's the pre-release one. They're like 28. Holy schmoly. What do I do? I'll start the turn with a rumble, yeah. Think they force negation? Well, that answers that. Gotta get that vacuum money. I'm gonna attack them and I'm gonna minus kill this Narset. They're probably gonna pending the grist and pass. Imagine thinking magic players vacuum. Yeah, I'm vacuuming in a minute. Although I have wood floors, so I kind of just mop instead. There used to be a vacuum museum in my hometown. What a hyper specific niche to have a museum about. Chat, good news. There's a Quantum Riddler available on GoatBots for 125 tickets. I heard it sucked, but am I getting enchanted? Die. Die. Shine. Evokes a Solitude. They're gonna cast a Days Undoing, aren't they? I could have Besaged this, but they're gonna shuffle it back into their deck. I don't know if this makes any sense. My hand did not get very good. Their hand is also not good. Force Negation, Subtlety, Supreme Verdict, Solitude. I'm just gonna take their Force Negation. Alright, both of our hands are kind of mid-minus. They tap out to cast Supreme Verdict to kill this. I'm pretty okay with that, but they're probably just gonna play Land Solitude. Eat the Force Negation out of the graveyard. Another one. Maybe I should have left the Survey Land in my deck. I wonder if that was the move. Any reason not to adapt? They have Solitude. So I adapt now and get my spawn. And my life. I don't think I'm blocking. I think I'm just taking the 3 because I have Brood Scale plus the Blade coming off the Urza Saga. Thanks, Alex. I appreciate it. See you over on the YouTube. Alright, doesn't do anything. I know they have a Subtlety as well. And a Verdict. Construct Beats. Bonk. Thanks for the 5 bits. Appreciate it. Plus 5 cents. Do I want to play the Young Wolf out? I think so. I don't really care if they verdict this one. Do it. Verdict. It's gonna make a really big wolf. Hmm. You can gain infinite life. I guess it's probably worth to play the Ballista for one. Might make them use their subtlety. That's all your savings. Well, I appreciate you spending it here. I will use that 5 cents and make a wish in a fountain with it. I wish this walking ballista would resolve. That's my wish. I can go infinite in the sense of gaining infinite life, but that's about all I can do. The mating call of Wall Street bets. I don't know if they can beat infinite life, but also I don't know if my clock is going to beat the infinite life allegations either. They could just deck me out. So I'm probably not going to go for the infinite life here. I think they are going to unban like 2 cards in this next ban list. I was theorizing it with some Pro Tour peeps, and we think that Deathrite Shaman and Punishing Fire are going to come back. Both of them seem like okay. Not good particularly, just okay in the format. Okay, they're going to sell their subtlety. We'll leave it on top. Beagle Wolf. I don't know. Okay, here's the argument that a lot of people have made. Is Deathrite Shaman better than Guide of Souls? If you want to get some value out of Deathrite Shaman, it's probably a worse card than Guide of Souls if you can't use both modes. I don't know. I think it's closer than it looks, chat. Is Birds of Paradise a must-answer threat? Depends on who you ask. We're going to play Titan after this league. Did I just queue into Control again? Could you explain the deck's mechanics? That'd be great. I'll try my best. I'm not the most seasoned Titan player. I played it for about 3 weeks when I was testing for the Pro Tour. Does that count? Am I a real Titan gamer now? Bins and Orms, champ. I don't think I make a construct. I think I do this instead. Why didn't you play at the Pro Tour? I had a pretty hot winning streak with Neoform. Also, I was a little bit afraid of playing Titan at the Pro Tour because I'd never played in paper. I know it's easier in paper, but I feel like I'm going to fumble somehow. I think I just got cold feet at the end. Figured Neoform would be easier to play in paper for sure. Yep. Bounce my Saga. I bounced my Brood Scale. Oh, why didn't I play Yawg Brood at the Pro Tour? Uh, yeah, frankly, it wasn't on my radar. I already killed one blade. I think I just take the other blade. Well, is Vexing Bobble better? Honestly, with the texture of my hand right now, Vexing Bobble might be better. We've been a ballista. Do I play the Brood Scale or do I hold on to the Brood Scale? I'm a little bit worried about Supreme Verdict. Can't just pass. Why is there so much control, chat? Which one of you sent the control Pinkertons after me? Moose! Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Cold feet because the sleeping genes are cutting off the circulation. I only found out that that was something that's actually true, like recently. Which makes a lot of sense in hindsight. I've been wearing jeans to bed for like 20 years. It's cutting the circulation off to my brain, for real. It explains so much. I mean, this Narcissus not living. This Narcissus getting smoked. Die, Narset. Go. Do not let the anti-denim mob change how a Pro Tour player operates. Maybe if I had been more sleeping jeans, I wouldn't have gone 5-5 in Modern. Thoughts? I need to double down on the denim. It's the only answer. Shunt. Thoughts? No thank you. I prefer not to think. What's Dingo to do? I don't know. Probably start plussing. The math ain't math in here. They're all wall of roots. I put wall of roots under the soul cauldron, and I put the wall of roots. Yeah, control cutting wrath. This guy's the best thing that happens to this deck. Dingo sleeping jeans will be a legendary artifact when WotC prints the cards. If I win Worlds, I will 100% have my card be sleeping jeans. And it'll be an equipment for sure. That's a promise, chat. And I mean, I'm never gonna win Worlds, but like, hypothetically speaking, okay, I think I pass. I'm probably gonna get verdicted. Gives vigilance, and it puts stun counters on your opponent's things. It puts them to sleep. Yeah, combos with sleep cursed fairy. Ishimoli. And a -1/-1 counter because the loss of circulation. Yep, that checks out. Okay, remove one, kill one of these, trigger the blade. I don't actually know what this does now that I think about it. It gives me an extra mana, I guess, because of the Wall of Roots. Like, what does this do? I'm 1 mana short of activating again. Alright, whatever. It was fancy for no reason. Game actions for the sake of game actions. Something like that. Okay. Well, I hope they don't have Narset Days Undoing. What about? Oh, it's happening. Shimata. Um, Dang it, you wanted their chance. I was trying to figure out if there's any merit to putting Halfling underneath the Cauldron. I think I'd rather just have the Halfling under the Cauldron than eat one of their chants. Probably gonna get chanted anyways. Do I Besieger this? What's the benefit of Besiegering this Flooded Strand? To flex on them? Maybe they'll crack it. Maybe they won't get a White Source. Get some basic planes. Oh shit. They knew. Mm-hmm. Consult the star charts. Sorry, we lost game one last match, so we're gonna win both the postponed games. No problem. I wonder if I'm supposed to crack this Vexing Bubble. Well, I just found a guy reach, so probably have to crack this Vexing Bubble. Spymaster's Vault. Not very good, I don't think. Hmm. That's probably checkmate. Oh, they're just plussing. I may still probably checkmate, but I can play on. They don't play Wrath Disguise anymore, as far as I know. I think the allegations are still true, TJ. Oh, if you're here, then no. Do I have a fancy play this turn? Could get a little fancy with it. I could crack Haywire Bite, target my Dredger's Insight, and then eat it with the Soul Cauldron, and then plus. It's a little fancy. They probably have Solitude anyways, but let's attack. Hmm. Alright. Thoughtseize, Ashiok, Needle. I think that was all I brought in. Out. Walking Ballista, Brood Scale, Dredger's Insight, Young Wolf, Haywire Might. What else did I cut? Wall of Roots. Fulminator. I don't really like Fulminator in the matchup, I don't think. It's fine for sniping guy reach. but I'm not sure it's something I want. It's a little low impact. I think this matchup is pretty much just about Grist. They have lands, why no Fulminator? Opponent has spells, why no counterspell? Good news, chat. GoPot still has one Quantum Riddler available. You still have a chance to go snatch it up for 125 tickets. They kill my halfling. I'm gonna be real sad. Do they have Spell Snare? Hmm. I was better to do that or just play the second halfling out. I think it's very dependent on what their hand looks like. Land drop. Cool. Wrath Disguise, Spell Snare, Consult the Star Charts, Teferi. I think it's probably just take Teferi. Or I could take the Spell Snare and try to high roll Rumble into something. Could also just take the Wrath Disguise. Let's take the Wrath Disguise, actually. I think that's the best take. Let's go like Forest Halfling. If they wanted to Teferi unsummon the Soul Cauldron, that's fine. If they want to unsummon a Halfling, that's also fine. If they Teferi plus, it's kind of the most annoying, but I have the Grist minus anyways. Narcetti. Minus. Alright, they Narset it into a Narset. Let's rumble. I think I pick up land here. Brick! Thank you for the 33 months. I know it's not Megatron, and for that I'm so sorry. Needle's kind of higher. Yeah, I'm supposed to take the needle. Still gonna kill this Narset. I gotta eat halfling to do it. Project was good. It was a lot of fun. I wish I did a little bit better in the modern section, but I'll take a 50% win rate. I was cracked at limited. 5-1 in limited. Still not really sure how that happened, but we take those. It wasn't even stupid sexy Neoform. It was just stupid Neoform. I lost 2 matches to Gristlebrand, draw 14, and then not finding consign for my pact. Stupid Neoform. Minus unsummon. They're leaving up Spell Snare. Could resolve Grist, but I kind of want to Needle Narset. Let's Needle the Narset so I don't get a card out of it. You know, 1-5 in draft and 7-2 constructed. I had a very opposite experience. Cake of Star Charts. We played Elves at the Eldrazi Winter Pro Tour. Oh no. My condolences. Huge 2 drafts. I think I ended up playing somewhere around 50 to 60 drafts. Something in that range. What abilities do I have? Adapt. Goodbye, board. Eat the Chan out of the graveyard. Wall. I still have that spell snare in their hand, so I don't really want to play the wall. Eventually, if we find a young wolf, we could play the wall and then just kill them. No, my grist. No, my cauldron. Just eat a halfling, I guess. That's easy. I could take the spell snare. Huge. Narset, consign a memory spell snare. Give me that spell snare. Nah, the giveaways. I'm waiting on Torben to get back to me, so no giveaways today. It doesn't appear. Bounce the needle. And then play Narset and minus. It finds a spell snare. Oh, good. Yeah, I got fired. That was a good run. Let's eat the halfling and then put it on you. And then we'll needle the Narset. Kill the fairy. I still activate Guy reaching my upkeep. I think they're electing not to. So they have a consign in their hand. And a counterspell. I have to imagine this getting consigned. Oh wow, they didn't consign it. I could activate Guy Reach, maybe discard Yawgmoth as well. Oh, there thing's a halfling under here. Yeah, okay. Ping you. Plus. Plus. I'm a little bit worried about decking out. Lauren's pretty good. I want to say cool fitted deck? Sure, link it up. I have 3 mana, so I can't put a count on anything. Yawgmoth is actually not that good here. Well, that's fine. I don't get to draw cards off the Yawg thanks to the Narset. I could kill Narset by you walking Ballista. Holy schmoly, 2 bugs. Maybe it's okay that I'm not going to draw cards because I don't really want to. I only have 26 cards in my deck. Yo, Lucky Bear, thank you for the prime 8 months. Appreciate ya. Oh, you know what? Proliferating would have been pretty good here. I think I would. So if I were to play a competitive team, I don't know. I don't know how competitive this team would be, but I'd want to play like Jinxed areas. Orc looks cool. I don't know how he's gonna play, but I don't know how much 2x KO I'm actually gonna end up playing. Vanguard does not like my PC. Every time I try to install anything Riot, it just blue screens. Whatever processor I have, it's not a fan. Yeah, maybe it's a sign. You gotta play Riftbound? I think so. Vivan. Oops. Yeah, I'm probably gonna try to play Riftbound. I think it's gonna be hard to play Riftbound without an official client to play it online. And it's also probably gonna be impossible to get the product for a while. I would like to play Riftbound. But it's something to do with my processor, because I have like an i9 13K series. My processor is not a fan of Vanguard. They very much hate each other. Yes, it's Benton's. What's the best land destruction deck in the format? There is a mono white land destruction deck. Need an upgrade to an AMD. Maybe. So they been counterspell, which is kind of telling. Try to resolve Rumble. Fast deterioration issues. It's a hardware flaw. I'm probably going to have to replace my processor at some point. Yeah, the kernel level anti-cheat is definitely causing issues. Maybe I wasn't supposed to play Saga because they get the Fairy Time Walk. Not Days Undoing. They whiffed. Keck whiff. They're thinking about solituding this. Their last card in hand has to be Days Undoing. How you doing, Jaro? Alright, I'm ready to get Days Undoing. Send me to the Shadow Realm. The Narset found a Narset. Which found a Teferi. Rakdos Affinity. Good old aim skier. Oh, it's got 4 Vipers as well. Guess I might as well eat their counterspell. They're going Narset Infinite over there. Hey, making a construct is probably better than playing Yawg out. But I'm gonna needle Narset. I've gotten got by this refurbished familiar card as well. I think if you're playing weapons manufacturing, you probably want to be playing 3 engineered explosives. Yeah, I played Eternal Weekend last year. I'm not gonna play it this year because it's really out of the way. I played it last year because I was already on the East Coast for Apex events. That's true. You do have 4 Vipers. I ended up going 11-3-1, I think, or no, 11-4. I don't remember. No, 8. Sorry, 8-3-1. I don't remember. I ended up cashing with Storm though. I think I got a draw somewhere in there. I got whatever bid and cash was. In my head, Dingo lives next to Doomwake. I do not live next to Doomwake. I live in California. Doomwake lives in Midwest? Mideast? I don't know. Let me try to resolve this Yawg. Not Days Undoing. Alright, it's not Days Undoing. Bless up. He lives in Theros. I think I'm gonna kill this Narset. Double bladed up. Double bladed up and nowhere to go. Verdict. One card, please. It was not a good one. I might start eating their Narsets. I'm gonna wait till I have a creature to eat the Yawg. Which at this rate doesn't look like I'm gonna get a creature. Yeah, cracked this Vexing Bobble. Also down to 5 minutes left. Put the Yawg on the Wall of Roots, maybe. No. I don't think we're gonna win this chat. Kind of flooding out. Pause champ. Unless. Yeah, Dread Arbor would have been really good here. We gotta ban me from playing Blink. Alright, but have you tried it with 4 Subtlety or Force Negation? That's my counter argument. Those cards are kind of nice. Don't worry, I already got my Superior Spider-Man all rolled up too. Yeesh. Are you gonna go to the RCs, Adam? My grist. Okay, but the Spider-Man's blue, and it pitches to both Force. It's kind of nice, though. Hear me out. Pitches to Force, pitches to Subtlety. I gotta kill this guy reach. So I don't get Narset locked. Yeah, I'll share with you my list whenever I have it fully together. There's a couple changes I want to make. Yeah, I gotta get rid of this subtlety, or the solitude rather. So it's smack minus sack pop. Gonna go to Vegas, gotcha. Yeah, I'll show you the list I'm working on. Oh, gross. What a grindy game. No. Yes. Do I kill this Narset? I feel like I struggle with the aggro decks. I didn't play against Prowess. We went with old. I mean, they're at 11. Solitude. Stop it. Holy grindy game. Keep drawing memory deluge on crack. I'm pretty sure they looked through their entire deck already. We are fighting for our lives so hard right now. No! You suck. You know that? Medical. Hot win condition acquired. Oh, my insect. I don't think I got any more fetchables. One overgrown tomb. Oh, centralized dismiss spell. True. Treacherous insight. Am I gonna mill myself? I might mill myself out. Oh my god. Give me life, please. Gordon actually give the bottom the 15 months. So you can buy Kahira and then play Kahira. I think they forgot about Kahira at this point. And we need to draw a creature. Creature me dealer. Oh, they did buy Kahira. Okay, that's a good one. But you know what? I think I was supposed to... Oh. Nothing matters. I think I was supposed to take Yawg. It didn't matter though. It's looking like a GG. Top deck. There's probably nothing I can top deck. Top deck. Beautiful. Sedge. I finished 8-3. That's what it was. 8-3-0 for 75th place at Eternal Weekend. Huge dub. Hookups not playing sewers is for the double white sideboard cards. Because you have White Orchid Phantom and you also have Wrath of the Skies. Plus Hydroelectric Specimen is technically like, you should be playing 3 of them. I think if you want to be playing 3 of them, you can't really find the room for Undercity Sewers. You could play 2 Hydroelectrics and Undercity Sewers, and I was thinking about that too. But I don't know. I'm not sure. I was definitely looking for a spot to put in the Undercity Sewers, though. By the way, I'm pretty sure there's a control again. It's probably just blue-red control this time. I'm in control hell. Oh, the double mill. Is so good. Counterspell. Sven only plays control. Kind of for a fetch. Yeah, I think, what's the worst fetch? Polluted Delta? I think Polluted Delta's worse than Marsh Flats in that deck. Nausea, thank you for the tier 1 in 27 months. I appreciate ya. Would you like to counter my Wall of Roots? Let's put on Insect Token. I mean, the deck's blue based, but you're not really casting your blue spells. Maybe Marsh Flats is worse. It's not Flooded Strand, I don't think. I think white and blue are your 2 most important colors. So it's definitely not Flooded Strand. It's either Marsh Flats or Polluted Delta if you want to cut one of the fetches. Maybe it's Marsh Flats. I would say it's mostly white-blue focus. Because you have double white spells in the White Orchid Phantom and the Wrath Disguise, and then you have double blue spells in Force Negation and Subtlety. And Riddler. If you're ever hard casting any of those. So maybe it's just Marsh Flats. Babale. Yeah, I did play against this deck at the Pro Tour. And it smooshed me. Went to game 3 at least. Alright, control round 3. Fable's a weird one. Still don't think I want this Haywire Might, though. Probably fine. Almost Gambit time, and there's almost Titan time after that. Ooh, boy, Titan time. Would you look at the time? It appears to be Titan time. I think we take Saga. Titan, I said. Sven over there missing land drops. I wonder how cracked that hand looks. Let's take a peep. Alright. We'll never know. Okie dokie. It's a keeper. Play the best creature in Magic on turn 1. Your turn. Oh no, Tron. I think Tron's an hell of a matchup, but we'll do our best. This is where the Brood Scale part of the deck really comes in clutch. Warping Whale? You wouldn't warp a whale now, would you? Son of a gun. Been walking Ballista. You're not walking Ballista. You're walking disappointment. Misty Rainforest. Wall o' Roots. Treasure's Insight. Pick a Brood Scale. I think we're stone dead to Ugin. If I hit Ballista in the top 4, and I was able to put the Ballista underneath the Cauldron and then kill my Young Wolf in response to them exiling it, probably have a much better time this game. As it stands, they're going to Ugin me and I'm going to die. Cake. Yuppers. I think we just scooped Ugin. Never beaten that card. I'd be able to play through Devour. Mind Stone. Pass. I can go for the Yawg, upkeep Boseiju, and just assume they don't have another Kozilek's Command. Another Kozilek's Command I'm also not beating. I think Eldrazi or Energy is a better long-term investment. I'm not sure. Maybe. I mean, Tron hasn't been bad in so many years. But Energy might get back Amp Raptor. I would say probably Tron. But there's a good chance they unban Amp Raptor. I think my Yawgmoth is gonna die. Man, we hate Kozilek's Command here. That one's pretty beatable as well. Young Wolf. Let's hoping for some better mills. Nathan being tilted off the face of the planet by the fact that it still says zoo. I'm gonna leave it up there forever. Create Titan Zoo noted. Oh, there's not a creature in the graveyard. I was supposed to kill this wall of roots. If somebody sends me a Titan Zoo list, I'll top 8 tomorrow's challenge with it. I feel like you could just be Titan with 4 guild pack, 4 side of Draco. Call it a day. I'm gonna eat the other Kozilek's command, I guess. How cooked am I to extinguish your battleship? 1, 2, 3, 7, 8. Yep, I'm cooked. I'm going to kill Grist and then wipe my board. Actually, this wolf's kind of clutch. I don't get to put another counter on the wolf, but I get to attack the Karn. They hit me for 8 on the crackback, though. Gotta dab my young wolf. How did I beat an 8-8? Could you have killed Karn? I can't activate my Soul Cauldron. Dies of Karn. This a walking ballista for 8. Oh, I guess they can just hit me. Wow, there's a walking ballista for 8. 9, actually. I get to crew the battleship and then... Oh, Karn. Oh, Hachimachi, it's a Karn. So 7, 10, I'm dead. Because they use this to crew this, hit me for 10, and then 7 me. Fulminator Mage, Ashiok. Needle's probably fine. Thoughtseize. I don't know if I actually want Ashiok. But turn 2 Ashiok seems decent on the play. I can take out all the Dredger's insides. They seem slow. Try like that. Maybe I want to pick your poison. Jung Wolf. Kind of a bub. I've never played Outer Wilds. Excuse me, I've never played Outer Wilds, no. Lost my voice there. Is streaming financially viable? I don't recommend it. That's kind of lame. The thing about streaming is you're gonna make absolutely no money for like the first year and a half of streaming, at least. And then after that, it's like it makes okay money, not the best. I would say enough to get by if you're not living in California. If you live in California, GG. Luckily, I don't have to pay rent currently, so I get to keep streaming. What do I do here? I could play Ballista. This Disruptor Flute's so annoying. Do you have a favorite play, Matt? I use the Spellground. How did you pull off this not having to pay rent thing? I live with my mom still. Could send both and then kill this. Yeah, you gotta make a compromise somewhere. 7, 8, 9. I think I'm just gonna scoop to a Kozilek's command. I probably can't beat that. I don't think I'm gonna play standard RCQs. I don't have any plans on it. Alright. I'm happy to scoop it up here. This matchup feels miserable. Let's move on to the Tightening. Got the Doubters.
Have you
Bing
peeked?
bong, bing bong, bing bing bong.
Have you peeked?
You're a third-rate duelist.
I can't take it anymore.